All right, so now let's start creating the walls in Revit. So to create the walls in Revit, go to architecture, click on wall, and then we have some options here on the left. So when you click here in the properties on basic wall, we have the different types. We have generic 4 inches, 8 inches, foundation, concrete, 12 inches, 8 inches. We also have walls with different layers. We'll talk about wall layers in the future video. And then if you scroll to the bottom, we also have our curtain walls and our stacked walls. We'll talk about these later as well. In our case, the exterior wall is 8 inches. So we can select 8 inches and then we can start drawing our walls. Now, before you start drawing your walls or before you start clicking here, it's important to go through some of the settings here, the options bar, and also here. So for example, right now the height is unconnected, but I would ideally like to create my walls up to a certain level. And that level would be, for example, let's say slab top, which is first floor slab top. So our walls go from ground floor to first floor slab top. And now you can see that this gets grayed out here. And you can see the unconnected height is set to 10 feet, which is exactly what we need. Then next is the location line. So the location line determines from which point you would like to draw your walls, either from the wall center line, the core center line, finish face exterior, or core face exterior and more. I'll show you what this looks like. So right now when I click, I'm not going to click on the DWG file yet. I'm going to click outside here. And now when you click, you can notice that it draws from the wall center line. Let's see what happens when we change it to finish face exterior. Now it starts creating from the outer edge of the wall, the exterior face of the wall. Then we have the finish face interior. So this is the interior face of the wall. And then we also have the core face exterior and core face interior. Now the finish face and the core face seems to be the same for the wall here. That's because this wall doesn't have layers. But when I use a wall with layers, let's say for example, I use exterior split face and CMU on MTL stud. And now if I select finish face exterior, it's right from the edge of our wall. But when I select core face exterior, you can notice that it is from the exterior of the core of the wall. Similarly, if you select core interior, it is from the interior core of the wall. It is not at the edge, rather it is as the interior core of the wall. Now, what does that mean? So if I go to my edit type here and click on edit structure, you can notice that this wall has different layers. So what you just saw was the core boundary exterior here and core boundary interior here, which was 6 inches. And then we have an half inch on the interior side. We'll talk more about this later. For now, we can select our generic 8-inch wall. I'm going to select finish face exterior. And then I'm going to start drawing our wall. I'm going to draw it as a chain. Offset is going to be set to 0. I do not need a radius at the edges. So I'm going to leave that as is. And I'm going to allow it to join with each other. We'll talk about these soon as well. So let's start from this point here. And now let's go in a clockwise direction. So I'm going to go all the way to the right here. And I'm going to click on the next point. And then go all the way down. Select this point here. Go all the way to the right here. And go through the entire drawing. So we're only going to make our exterior walls for now. We'll make the interior walls later. Perfect. So I've created the exterior walls. You can notice that it overlaps top of the DWG file. And we've created our 8-inch exterior generic wall. Now you can notice if I change my style to half tone. So if I go here, visual style, hidden line. Right now it is hidden line. Let's change this to wireframe. You can notice there is a slight discrepancy here. And that is because this drawing was set to 200 mm. And that is about 7 inches, 7 divided by 8. So what we can do is we can change the width of this wall a bit to match the exact DWG width. So to change the wall width, what you can do is select the wall, which is generic 8 inches. Click on edit type and click on edit here for the structure and change this to 200 mm. So you can simply type in 200 mm and tap enter. And then it shows up as 7 inches, 7 divided by 8. So now if I click on OK and click on OK again, you can notice that it perfectly matches the DWG file now. It's also a good idea to rename your type since it is not exactly 8 inches. You can rename the type here. So click on rename. You can either call it 200 mm or 7 divided by 8 of an inch. Perfect. And click on OK. So you've just created your first walls. Now you can go ahead and create the other walls here as well. Now, I would highly recommend that before you create the other walls, it's a good idea to make your DWG half tone so that you can see your walls better. So to make it half tone, what you can do is tap VV to open your visibility graphic settings, go to imported categories, and next to your DWG file, click on half tone here, and then click on apply and click on OK. So now you can see your Revit elements better, but my walls are still a bit too dull. So what you can do is you can change the graphic display options here to either hidden line or to shaded as well so that you can see the color of the wall. Now we'll talk about these different graphic settings later.